Hi everybody, it's Dr. Laura Davis, and today I want to talk about mental health diagnosis. Go ahead and hit subscribe down below along with the notification bell so it'll let you know anytime I upload a new video. So let's talk about diagnosis in the mental health field. So yes, there can be a lot of stigma around mental health, but we're working day by day to limit that. But first, I want to say that having a mental health diagnosis does not have to define you. Absolutely not. Just like if you had any other health diagnosis, that's not all of you. It's part of you. It might be something that you struggle with. It might be something that you've overcome, something that comes and goes, but it doesn't have to be all of who you are. It can explain pieces and parts of you, but I hesitate to really have you label yourself as something. I hear a lot of people when they kind of describe themselves of, I have anxiety and I have this, and they might, kind of go through their list, but, that isn't all of who you are. There's a lot more to you, and a piece of you might be having anxiety, or a piece of you is having depression. Can it play a very big role? Absolutely. It does play a huge part in a lot of people's lives. At the same time, it's still not all of you. It's just not. And so, I'm not crazy when people kind of completely define themselves as their anxiety or their depression or their borderline personality disorder, or, you name it. Because I just see that there's so much more to you. And honestly, when it comes to diagnosis in our field, it really acts more of like a shorthand. So really, a diagnosis is, you meet a set of criteria, you have a certain set of symptoms, so you get this sort of label put on. But it doesn't mean that everybody who has anxiety has these same things. It can be very different in each person's life. So it's kind of like a general shorthand. So it's like, okay, we kind of know what's going on, but it's not hard and fast, and everything is a little bit different depending on, your personality, your culture, your upbringing, your, socioeconomic status. There's so many things that can go into that. So just having this label is not a very good descriptor. So, I just don't love when people say that, as a kind of whole defier, because there's so much more behind that. And as therapists, we get that, and so we can really kind of see what else is there. So even if you do have a diagnosis, don't get so hung up on it. It is just a piece of you. But at the same time, I know for a lot of people, it can be very reassuring when they do get a diagnosis, because it's like, oh my God, I have been struggling this for so long, and I just never knew what it was, and now I have a word for it. And in those cases, it's like, oh, okay, this is what I have. It's not like becoming a huge part of the identity or the main identity. It's just kind of part of it, but it's kind of that answer and relief of like, oh, this is a thing. Oh, other people have this. And that's what I always say when people are like, well, do other people struggle with this? I was like, if there's an entire book with all of these criteria, then yeah, quite a few people struggle with these sorts of things. And you are not alone in that, and you can get the help that you need. So I don't know, just something that was kind of on my mind about that, because you are so more than a diagnosis, and so more intricate, and there's so many pieces to you, and I want you to know all of that. for the most part, celebrate all of that. Change what you don't like. If there is something there that you're not crazy about and want some help with, that's absolutely fine too. So yeah, well, I hope that was helpful. And I hope that you appreciate all that you are and all of your intricacies, and all your beautifulness as a person. All right, come on over to my website at drlauradavis.com and hit subscribe down below, and I will see you soon. Bye.